welcome to Spotlight On. I'm Danielle. Today we are talking with Miss Pat Bean, who is the owner of the Whispering Horse Stables here in East Longmeadow. Thank you for being here with us today.
Well, thanks for asking me to come in. It's really a pleasure.
What inspired you to start your own horse stables?
About 7 years ago, there was this young girl in my life. She was probably 3 or 4 years old, and she had cerebral palsy. Loved horses. And I've got 9.5 acres we're doing nothing with. And so I thought, well, I can just get one horse, and it can be here when she wants to come and ride. And then my physical therapist at Meadowbrook School told me about a program called hippotherapy. And I went and I got trained, and I took courses. And my program has gone from one little girl and one horse to 7 horses and 45 people. And it ranges from all different disabilities and ADD, autism, cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy. We have older people who are coming. They're like in their 50s that are recovering from stroke and brain injury. So it's a very wide range of people that we deal with.
Do you have volunteers that come and help you?
That's the way the program works. It's all run by volunteers. People either pick 1 or 2 days where they come out, and some people really just want to come out and do some of the grooming and cleaning of the horses, and other people work with the clients. For every one person that's on a horse, there's 3 people working with them. There's a leader of the horse, a sidewalker, and a therapist. So it's a pretty intense program.
How do the kids usually react with the volunteers being around them?
Actually, they react really, really well. People who come to us and don't really know us, we take our time with them. We move very slowly with them because they're coming to a place that they don't really know. They're coming and they're getting on a horse, which is huge. So we just take our time, move slowly, tell them everything that we're going to be doing with them, because it's not your typical riding. It's not in a saddle. It's right on the back of the horse. And we put them in all different types of positions depending on what goal we're trying to attain with their disability.
Do the kids that come, do they stay with one horse, or do they usually change the horses?
What we like to do is we like to get them so they are bonding with one particular horse, so that when they're coming to the barn, they're thinking, I'm going to be riding Jake today, and that's my horse, because they actually do some brushing and grooming after they've been on the horse, and that's part of the whole program too. So we do try to get them to bond, but some of the kids have been with me for such a long time that they've outgrown their horse, so then we do have to switch to a different horse. Or if their disability is getting better and they need a horse that's a little bit tougher for them to ride. So it really depends on what we're trying to accomplish with the client.
Do the horses have certain personalities? Are they shy, quiet?
Absolutely different personalities. There's 7 of them out there, and they all have their own personality. And it's kind of like dogs, where you have an alpha, and we do have a lead horse that's out there. He's our big black horse. His name is Black Magic. And when there's a new horse being introduced, we always kind of pair him up with the lead horse, because then they kind of show him the ropes. And it's really kind of cool how there is a progression of who's the first, who's the second, and definitely who's the last. And they do have their own personalities.
Do the kids that you work with ever describe you as a hero?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm a hero. I'm just a regular kind of person.
How does the work affect the horses?
All of our horses have been donated to the program. So some of them have disabilities themselves. Like we have one out there that has a fused coffin bone. So he's not supposed to be doing a lot of cantering or jumping. There's another one that has navicular, which is a disease of the front leg, and he also can't do a lot of cantering and things like that. So basically when the people come, it's mostly walking that we do, but there are some people who come to us and need to have that pounding. So when you get a little trotting in, you kind of get that pounding on the seat. But the horses are not worked in a day. They're not worked more than 2.5 hours. And then we do clients Wednesday through Saturday, so they have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. So, but they do need to be ridden just for regular riding, not for therapy. So they need to be run, they need to canter, and things like that. So one of the perks for the volunteers is that either on Saturday afternoon or Sunday mornings they can come back out and ride, which is great.
Can it be difficult for you emotionally, watching these kids with their disabilities?
That's an excellent question, because being a teacher for 33 years and now doing this, some of the things that happen with these people on the horses, sometimes they're so instant, And if I'm on one side of the horse and I have like a volunteer on the other side, I kind of like look behind the person and I go, do you believe what's going on? And yes, it is very emotional. We have probably 4 people out there right now that were never supposed to walk, and they're walking. We have a girl who was never supposed to talk. She has global delays, which means part of the brain, gray matter in the front is missing, and she's now trying very hard to say words. We have a young girl who has been with me for a year. She's 24 years old. She all of a sudden had some brain trauma happen. So her brain started to swell. She was airlifted to Boston. I believe she's a year, maybe a year and a half, out of intensive care. She lost the ability to walk and the ability to talk. She comes to me now twice a week, and she's starting to walk a lot better. She's actually trying to speak. And this is a young girl who is going to be a teacher. She was ready to go out and do her student teaching, and all of a sudden this horrific thing happened to her. So things like that go on, and when you see young people who've been damaged through whatever, it's emotional, but it's really great to see.
Can you tell when the kids are having a good time riding?
Oh my gosh. Their faces just totally light up. They're so excited to be there. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is that when these people come, that the horses are ready for them right away. And they get on, they go out and they do whatever things they're going to be doing for the day. And then when they come back in, they're more focused, they're calmer, they're ready to do the brushing and the grooming and giving the horse their treat and putting their equipment away and things like that. So, and some people come and they're very upset and angry, and we put them on the horse and they come back in and they got a big smile on their face. So you definitely can tell how the horse is affecting the people.
Well, thank you for joining us today, and keep watching for more videos on Spotlight On.